as we get set to bring you some terrific NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan, joined at the broadcast table by Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And as always, we'll hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. Well, Coach Van Gundy, you spent a number of seasons with the Orlando Magic franchise. Looking back at that time, what stands out?
Well, Kevin, what stands out for most coaches in jobs, we actually won a lot there, and the winning stands out. I coached a great group of players, inherited not only talent, but guys of high character. It was winning, and it was fun.
Did a lot of winning down there.
We did.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
Here's Messi. New Orleans moving it around. Kicks it out to McCollum. Into the lane. Shot clock at 6. Williamson. Here's Murray. Carter pulls it in. Banchero, right side. Caldwell Pope outside. No good from outside. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Williamson in the post. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2. From past the arc. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Driving to the basket. Rebound by the Magic. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Banchero, that's good. Banchero's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And the paint is where you love to watch Banchero work. With his size and athleticism, he can attack so effectively inside. Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And how about the footwork and body positioning of Banchero makes him so tough to guard down low. And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
McCollum, no good. And Wagner's got the ball here for the Magic. A veteran in the NBA, C.J. McCollum, seems to have adjusted nicely, don't you think, to his role as elder statesman?
Kevin, even going back years, I always thought that C.J. McCollum was one of the most consistent guys in the league. Seems like every time you check the box score, he'd have over 20 points, but never like 40, just every night, penciling in 20 to 30 in his range, 5 or 6 assists, high percentage. This guy is as consistent as they come.
Here's Murray, and plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And I like to see Murray dictate the action like that inside, on the front foot, forcing the defender into a foul.
And Greg, remember, in DeJounte Murray's rookie year, he played in the Western Conference Finals.
Murray was the youngest player in that series, playing 20 minutes a game, competing against the KD Steph Warriors. How about that for a welcome to the NBA?
Now McCollum, after Cole Anthony missed from long range.
Well, with his ability to both score and facilitate, McCollum really fits the combo guard label.
Out left to the wing. De Silva misses the 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
McCollum, no good.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Here's Bitadze. No good with the layup. New Orleans in the lead. To the paint. And he jams it with authority.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now here's Anthony. Still without a basket. Pass to Bitadze. On the wing, Isaac. And Isaac throws it down.
How about the concentration on that? Isaac able to absorb the contact and still finish with a difficult shot.
The Magic have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. New Orleans with the ball. To the middle. Here's Olynyk. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's his first trip to the line.
And I like what he did at the line a season ago. How about 81%?
New Orleans making a switch here. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
Here's Wagner. Good D by Williamson. And so lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. New Orleans on top. They're up by 2.
15.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Pelicans.
Well, yeah, early on, the mid-range jumpers have been an important part of their attack. They're going old school.
Hey, Stan, we've heard talk about players not heaving up a shot at the buzzer to protect their shooting percentage. Have you run into that at all?
Oh, Kevin, that definitely happens. Players are concerned about all of those numbers, shooting percentages being one of them, because they become a factor in contract negotiations. But they have to realize, number one, you've got to do what gives your team a chance to win. And number two, with all the analytics, teams separate out what they call heaves at the end of quarters.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Last season, the Magic retired the first jersey number in their franchise's history, that of our esteemed colleague and Hall of Famer, Shaquille O'Neal. Orlando's #1 pick back in 1992, Shaq went on to lead them to their first NBA Finals appearance in 1995. The honor is well-deserved, Kevin.
Yep, he's our teammate, isn't he, David? We love him as a guy, and we love him as a player. Olynyk can't hit. The Magic trailed by 3. Now the Pelicans have lost in the first-round GA of the playoffs in 2 of the last 3 years.
And with how good the West is right now, they knew they couldn't stand pat. They felt the urgency to make some changes this offseason in order to take the next step.
Down low, Robinson Earl. Off target at the rim. Kicks it out to Banchero. Back to Wagner. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. And here's New Orleans now. Pass to Alvarado. Now Olynyk. Here's Robinson Earl. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And finished off by Banchero.
And Banchero is putting it all together, capable of scoring from all 3 levels.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Banchero.
Substitution on the court.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Misi. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Orlando with the ball. Here's Wagner. Out of bounds. New Orleans will take possession.
Substitution on the court.
And here are the Pelicans. Here's McCollum. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. McCollum's got 6.
And give McCollum credit. It's big for his confidence when he's able to muscle these shots in.
And we've seen Stan DeJounte Murray prove for years that he is a 20-point player.
Yeah, and Kevin, he can score as a point guard or he can be off the ball. But the best thing about DeJounte Murray, he is a great two-way player, one of the best guard defenders we have in this league.
New Orleans shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. The coach thinking about Zion Williamson and his impact on the game. Sometimes his playmaking can be overlooked a little bit.
Yeah, Kevin, this guy is really unselfish, and I think Zion actually relishes setting up teammates for shots more than he likes to score. He knows he's going to draw a lot of attention, and he creates shots for his team.
Just hearing you talk, I know you really like him, even personally, don't you? You love him as a player, but personally you like him.
Just a great person.
And smart ball movement there from Banchero. And that selflessness will endear him to his teammates.
Right, one of the best assets of Zion Williamson is his versatility.
And the combination of power and skill, it's obviously unique. And what I love about him is he's making better and better decisions. He's become as reliable as he is explosive.
Although they were eliminated in the first round, last season was a success stand for the Magic.
It sure was, Kevin. I don't think many people had them even making the playoffs, but they fought hard, pushed the Cavs to 7 games, and gained valuable playoff experience.
And here's McCollum for 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. McCollum's got 5 points now in the quarter. To the inside. Back to Wagner. Clock at 6. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wagner's got 10 points in the game.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Murray. And he drops it in from the low post. Murray's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Pounding it in the paint there. Murray doing it all.
Inside. Outside for Caldwell Pope. Good on the triple. Caldwell Pope's got his first 3 points of the game. Murray right side. Pass to Misi. A 3 from McCollum. The shot misses. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Magic lead by 3. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so here is New Orleans. It's a 3-point game. Here's Murray. It's good. Murray's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Pelicans.
And just making it hard to stay on it. The dribble move gives Murray the space he needs to operate.
And Trey Murphy gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Here's Banchero. He got an advantage there off the pick and took it right in.
And guys, that strength will serve Banchero really well in the league, and we're starting to see signs of it already.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
And he hit 72% of his foul shots a season ago, but I'm not sure he's real thrilled with those numbers.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Yeah, I like how they're establishing their interior presence right away. That's going to collapse the defense and create other opportunities.
And that's just some good old-fashioned bully ball from Banchero, just a physical force.
Second half just getting started, about a minute played. And the shot falls short this time. Magic leading by 3. Anthony. No scoring in this one. Banchero looking around. 5 on the clock. Over Jones. And it's Banchero missing.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
And we talk about court awareness. There, McCollum doing a beautiful job spotting the open man.
And we've got a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Several teams changing it up here. You know, Stan, when I think of you as a coach, I think defense. So let me put you on the spot as you assess the wing defenders in the NBA right now. Who are some of the top 2 or 3 that you notice?
Well, look, there's so many good ones. My favorite right now is Lou Dort because he's so strong, he's so disciplined, and he has an amazing ability to use his body even against guys that are a lot taller. He is a frustrating guy for great scorers to play against.
Now, he brought a lot to the NBA, but haven't the Thunder done a good job developing that kid?
Well, they have, and look, they've got other great defenders too, like Jalen Williams.
Austin. Good.
Well, that's easy pickings for him. Unless the defense is all over him, he'll take that all day long.
Pelicans trail by 3. Here's McCollum. And it's Orlando with the rebound. You know, Greg, it's been great to see the Pelicans get to the next level these past few seasons, hasn't it?
It has, and they've become one of the deeper teams in the NBA over that time. It's not just about one guy. There's talent up and down that roster.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Kicks it out to McCollum. It's deflected. And here is Anthony. Behind the back and lays it in. Now it's a 7-point Orlando lead.
And how about that finish? Not sure if he needed to get that fancy, but it'll be a nice adrenaline burst for him.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Personal foul. 4th team foul. Substitution on the court.
1:46 left to play here in the third. Here's Black. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Orlando shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And Stan, after a few down years, the Magic has been recaptured here in Orlando.
It sure has, Kevin. They've had great draft picks. They have a couple of young franchise cornerstones. They've got size. They've got guys who will continue to improve. This team's got a chance to be really, really good going forward.
And they pick up 2.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
And that one drops.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. Pass to Bitadze. 6 to shoot. To the inside. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Bitadze's got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic. McCollum left side. And it's sent back by Isaac.
And that long wingspan of Isaac aids him there in turning away shots, but it's also the timing he displays when he attacks the shooter.
23 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Black. 6 points for him. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. 3 seconds left. No good on that one. And so it's Orlando going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're shooting the ball so well.
The Pelicans, 42.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. And Wagner's got the ball here for Orlando. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Pass to Banchero. Tries again. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. 18 points for Pablo Banchero. Hawkins with it. Here's Olynyk. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking, jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
Now, here's Wagner. Wide open look. And Jones pulls it down.
Well, you couldn't ask for a better look. That's one he's got to knock down.
It's Olynyk atop the key. To the paint. Crafty move. Rips in the dunk off the timely pump fake.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Pelicans trailed by 8. Here's Jones. And the layup's good off the glass. Jones has got his first points of the game. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Wagner outside. Over in the corner, Banchero. Carter outside. Wagner wide open. And dead on that time. Beautiful shot.
You know what? Didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Murray outside. And it's sent back by Carter.
How about the anticipation from Carter Jr.? Has a strong sense for when to go after that block shot.
Wagner outside. And there's the call on Zion Williamson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Zion Williamson, second personal foul. Second team foul. Checking in for the Pelicans. Number 3.
Here are the Magic now. They've held a 12-point lead early. Wagner outside. Just 5 on the clock. No one near Banchero as he lets it go. Off target from the wing. Pelicans trailed by 8. Here's McCollum. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. On offense, here are the Magic. Carter with the screen. Banchero outside. Pass to Black. Back to Banchero. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Now Williamson. And here's McCollum for 3.
Well, I've been here before. You're looking to get back in the game, but desperation threes are not the way to do it.
Here's Banchero. Sinks the three-pointer. Banchero's got 21. We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Well, when you have a bigger guard like Murray, that is not a bad shot.
Out to the right wing. Wagner outside. Cheyenne Williamson grabs the miss. And stolen by Wagner. And finished off by Wagner.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Magic.
And they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
Listen, they certainly weren't coasting, despite what the score looks like. I love the way they came together, though, when everything started to look a little dire and really put the hammer down.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Franz Wagner.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
That one drops for him.
GG.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Pass to Banchero. Back to Wagner. From 18 feet away. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the